Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. Again, for everybody except for the Chrisleys, because today they report to prison. We talked about that. We have our big upcoming live today with Emily D. Baker, who's going to help us break all of this down, what it looks like turning themselves into prison, what the next 12 and 7 years looks like for each of them, and then how they integrate into life after. It's all of it. Nobody better than Emily D. Baker, so we're so appreciative for her time. But in the meantime, we're not back to talk about that. We're back to talk about Beverly Hills Kyle Richards, who is calling out Reza from the Shahs of Sunset after he dissed her as the most overrated housewife. Reminds him that, well, Shahs of Sunset was canceled, but he is clapping back in his own way. So thank you to Reality Blurb for mentioning it all. Now, with that, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it's no secret that Kyle Richards was not happy to hear that Reza labeled her as the most overrated housewife, as he called for Lisa Vanderpump to make her return to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And this was on Watch What Happens Live. In fact, after watching a clip of the show shared on Instagram, Kyle clapped back. But I thought that this was a ballsy move for Reza. He's still in the Bravo universe. He still knows how to get a strong reaction. It's just weird because you're going to have to run into her. But you'll be running into Lisa Vanderpump as well. But you'll definitely be seeing Kyle Richards. Ugh, I don't know if that's the person I would necessarily want to go after. But to each their own, to each their own. After the Shahs of Sunset cast member told host Andy Cohen that Kyle was the most overrated housewife, saying that he knew the comment was going to get him in a lot of trouble, Kyle reminded the former Bravo celebrity that his show was canceled, which sparked a little bit of a social media feud between them. But he's saying you're overrated, and she's like, that's so crazy. Your show's not even on the air anymore. So do you really want to get into this, or do you not? Because if you want to, let's talk about it. Let's mention it all. But if you don't, then that's fine too. Wasn't his show canceled? Kyle asked in a response to a January 15th clip shared by CC Loves You via Bravo Snark side on Instagram. And wasn't he the first one voted off of traitors? I can't even be offended. Listen, at the end of the day, if you're going to, it's like what Chris Bassett said about Candace. If you're going to clap at somebody, you don't get to measure or, tell someone how they get to come back at you. If you're going to say that she is the most overrated housewife and she says to you, oh, okay, that's so crazy, wasn't your show canceled? Listen, she has a leg to stand on. And if she said you were the first one voted off of traitors, like, sure, just like your best friend Teddy Mellencamp was like the first one voted off of Celebrity Big Brother. Yes, yes, the answer is yes. We don't have to get upset with Kyle Richards because the answer is just simply yes. It's okay. We're not happy with Reza. I get that. In the clip, Reza explained, this is going to get me in a lot of trouble and I apologize in advance. Kyle Richards, sorry, Kyle. Ding dong. I want Lisa Vanderpump to come back. I want to know what's going on in her life. But a lot of fans have been calling for Lisa Vanderpump to make a return. The biggest question now is, with her having a grandbaby, her having all of the successful businesses that she has, she's still an EP on Vanderpump Rules, and she's opening business after business. I don't know if she wants to come back. Maybe with Lisa Rinna out of the picture, she might be able to repair these like minor things with Dorit Kemsley and Kyle Richards, but also a lot of them did not show her any empathy when her mother and her brother passed away. And I understand you guys think on the show that she's a puppet master, that she orchestrated certain things. You can feel however you feel, but she's still a human being. So you still have to give somebody just that. It's not a show. Her mother and her brother passing away, that is not a show. That is real life. And a lot of this gets kind of taken as reality, right? We're performing in reality. It's reality TV, but a lot of it is so much extra and more than what it needs to be. And in that moment, I think that she really deserved compassion just like Lisa Rinna did for her mother's passing. I think that if you are struggling with something outside of the show and it is that big of a deal, that you need to put the show aside for a second and just realize that people need you. People are hurting. We've seen Twitch from Ellen DeGeneres, the Ellen Show. We saw him take his life because of depression. He looked like the happiest person in the world. You see people all of the time that are hurting, and then it's just so quick to be like, oh, okay, well, they'll be fine, or guess what they've done in the past, and it doesn't matter. I really honestly believe it does not matter. People still deserve compassion. And after seeing how the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills member clapped back at his comment, Reza fired off an additional diss saying that while she may be right about some of her statements, he is still in contact with his castmates and his siblings. Want to talk about a shots fired? Well, this is it. My show was canceled and I was killed first on Traitors, but my siblings and all my castmates still take my calls. How are Kathy Hilton and Kim Richards doing, Kyle Richards? This is like shots fired. Like, I am not trying to make amends with anybody. I don't give a shit. I don't need to make amends with anybody. This is how I feel. I'm going to express how I feel. He is not holding back by any means. As Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans well know, Kyle has feuded with both of her sisters in recent years on the show. We know that she had Kim Richards, who, you stole my damn house. And then we also had Kathy Hilton, where she's like, Kathy, how could you? And Kathy's like, Kyle. And Kyle's like, Kathy, no. I can't do the face. Okay. As Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans well know, Kyle has feuded again with both of her sisters. She remains estranged from Kathy and her co-star, well, former friend, Lisa Rinna, who has since left the show, called her out for threatening to destroy Kyle and her family amid season 12. But there were no voice notes. She did an interview magazine. She said, in that moment when somebody is self-destructing in the way that she did, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't record anything. I didn't know, what do I do next? How do I operate? How do I handle this? I didn't even know how to operate any of this. Girl, goodbye. Listen, you are the most calculated housewife on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We are not buying ish that you are selling, but that's okay. I still like Lisa Rinna. I think that she's great off the show. I just think that she got too caught up in the show, too caught up in social media, and it was just a bad look for all of them. As Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans also know, Reza didn't have anything nice to say about Kyle on Watch What Happens Live, but he did react to Lisa's exit from the show, saying that he was devastated that she will not be featured on season 13. I'm a huge fan of the show, a huge fan of Rinna's, and I always hope that there's going to be a legacy and an adjacent show. I don't think that we need a legacy, Reza. I think that, I mean, that's like saying, do we need a Shaws of Sunset, right? You know, like legacy? We don't need any of that. Guys, can somebody please help me here? I mean, you put your foot in your mouth. Kyle came back at you. She clapped back at you. You're saying, oh, okay, well, I'm still, close with my castmates and my sisters. She's saying you don't even have a show or a leg to stand on, and you were voted off first from Peacock's new series, Traitors. So what the hell are you talking about? And all of it is just getting lost in all of the drama in between. So guys, go ahead and comment below. Let us know what you think. But more importantly, before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and join us today at 3:30 p.m. Eastern with Emily D. Baker. Love you guys. We'll see you so very soon.